So this one's been brought back to me. Apparently, according to the site tech, the power's all over the place. It's misfeeding. Sounds weird. It's jamming. Okay. Now, on his original high cap, yeah, I had a skipped shot. It skipped one shot. So I've been testing on this lovely EPM. Not EPM1. EPM. I was going to throw some more 2.5s in there. Don't know how many. Don't give a fuck how many. Now, you've heard me talk about site techs and how I don't name and shame people, which I won't do. I will not name and shame somebody even in this video in this case. But it's beautiful the customer was able to drop this back to me and me show him exactly what was wrong. And very simply, the ham-fisted fuckwits have gone, yeah, your power's inconsistent, it's jamming. And what they've done is they have taken the hop and turned it all the way to the bottom, because you'd assume that's off. But because they're such great techs, fucking great techs, down is on. That applies more hop with one of these hop units. And why would you turn the hop off for chrono? I don't know, these are just the questions. It feeds fine, it fires fine, but I have had dealings with this wonderful site. Fortunately, it's not in my neck of the woods, but a lot of people play there. And yeah, they took this chance to get a little bit of own back and say how the gun isn't working. And how blah, 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 oh, yeah, fucking shit. As soon as I tested it, as soon as I plugged a battery on a 7.4, I went, that's all right. Well, we're using 11.1 in it, and it sounds even better. And I have just gone, the hop is all the way on. First thing I did is chrono it, and yes, it made a flumpy sound because the hop is all the fucking way on. They've just turned the hop all the way on and then go, yeah, you can't use that, mate, it doesn't work. Buy a new gun, though. Scandalous fuckwits. So, in case you see this, you might do, you might not. In case you see this, fuck you. Don't turn the hop all the way on a customer's gun and pretend it doesn't work, because that is fucking retarded. No, if you start laughing, I'll break, don't. Now, if the customer was not dropping it off to me directly, and I'd have just opened this up and gone, he's wasted his money on postage and whatever, and I'd have gone, no, it's mint. They just turned the hop all the way on, and so it didn't work. That would seem like such bullshit, wouldn't it? But he dropped it off and he saw the whole damn thing. So, I'm just going to show you, ready? This is a gun that doesn't work. Semi. As you can see, a gun that sounds awful and doesn't work. Let's give it some 3-round burst. So yeah, should we give that a chrono, boys and girls? 1.07. So, if you're going to tell your customers naughty stories about me because I've had your shit on my bench before, and you're going to try and break their stuff and rip off their mates, and things like that, you've got to make sure that you're getting up earlier than me and smarter than me. And you're not, are you? Okay? You'll get there though, champ. Don't you worry. Right, bud, I'm doing yours now. It's the first time I'm looking at it, and oh my god! I mean, fuck off. What can I say? To fix that, I've got that wobble. I've got to take all this fucking tape off. I'm seeing Gate Titan. I'm seeing Max Hop Unit. I'm seeing 70, maybe an 80-degree rubber. I'm seeing a Chris Vector grip that's been ground down. There is a lot to unpack here. A lot to unpack. Now, I'm not going to rip all of his stuff off of here. I mean, dare I fire it? Okay. Oh! God damn. Fuck me. It's a Retro Arms gearbox casing by the look of it. God damn. Wow. Fuck. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh my god! I mean... There's no flora pin! Oh my god! Oh my god! Ah! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh my god! Ah, for fuck! What? There's no fucking insulation washer? Fuck me. Fuck me. I think this is the perfect time to do a kind of Q&A. I've got nothing interesting to say about this gun, so the background noise is not going to... Fuck me. The background noise is not going to match up to what I'm doing, to what, you know. So ignore that. Lots of fast forward on this one. So I get a lot of shit chatted about me, and you have to remember, I'm the arsehole. I'm the one that people don't like. I'm the one who doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm the one who doesn't work on anything that's new because I don't know how. I'm the one that's too poor to own a TM recoil or an MTW. I am the problem. And as you've just seen from this build, somebody took money to do this, but you cannot say one thing and absolutely mean it if your information is absolutely incorrect. There are things that I can't comment on. Now, I can tell you about how back in late 90s, early 2000s, we could build guns to any fucking power we liked because it was completely unregulated. No sites had chronos. It wasn't a requirement. And so we could do whatever we like. So I've built mad powerful guns, but we were doing it without the technology available to us today over 20 years on. So I can't talk about why I would use X part in X build for your country, because I don't know. I haven't had to build a gun that does full auto at fucking 6 joules in 20, 25 years. Nothing that I would have used back then exists anymore. So I've got nothing to say about that, because I couldn't possibly comment on how to make that reliable. But what I can comment on is the amount of people who try to build their guns to that level and fail spectacularly. And I can comment on that because A, I've been in the emails of companies that I've worked for, and they've bought parts and they've gone, yeah, your part isn't good enough. And I say, yeah, show me what the problem is, send me a video, send me a picture. And when they reply and they send over a picture of whatever it might be, a fucking warhead motor that just stopped working on its own, but actually it looks like it's been thrown around a fucking skateboard park for 3 days. And you go, dude, this is not a warranty problem. Look at the fucking state of it. And that happens all over the world. But it also happens in the UK as well. So, I can't comment on certain things, but I can tell you that I run into different problems to what other countries' techs will run into. I have to deal with the fact that our guns can run way too fast to be efficient. If you run a V3 gearbox too fucking fast at our power limit, even though the vast majority of the setup can be exactly the same as what you put inside a V2 gearbox, it can be damn near identical, but you might find the power just drops like a motherfucker. And the reason is it just runs slightly different at high speed at our power. If you are running high speed at fucking 3 or 4 joules, yeah, I mean, that's going to be a lot slower than what our high speed is going to be, using different parts. But then you can crank that up with 14.8 volts. I've never had to use 14.8 volts in the UK. There's no fucking point. There's nothing we have in the UK at any game site that requires 14.8 volts. But I understand that some places absolutely require 14.8 volts, maybe 22.2 volts, because it's required to make the guns keep up with what you guys are running. But I can't tell you how to build that gun, because I don't fucking know. I know what I'd probably do. Would I choose a Retro Arms gearbox casing in there? No! I wouldn't trust a Retro Arms gearbox casing at that power. In the UK, if I had a pit between this Retro Arms gearbox casing and the original G&G dull as fuck screws on the wrong side gearbox casing, I'd be picking the G&G. I've had far less failures of those regular gearboxes than I've had the Retro Arms gearbox cases. It's just one of those things. I don't tell people how to build HPA guns, because anybody who spends time just working on HPA guns will know infinitely more about it than me. I don't enjoy it, I don't want to do it, I don't believe in it. But there's a time and a place. I want an HPA gun where I cannot see at all a regulator, a line. I don't want it attached to me. I want to be able to put it down. And I want it to be of limited capacity, like Airsofters. I don't want it to be a murder hound, because I don't believe in that. I don't build AEGs that are murder hounds, because I don't believe in it. But I can't possibly tell somebody they're building their fucking gun wrong, or they're building their customers' guns wrong, if I simply don't know enough about it. And remember, I'm the arsehole here. I'm the one that people don't like, but I'm not the one kicking out the kind of shit that you saw in this build. I'm not doing that. Someone else is doing that, and I'm the person that's fixing it. Because, as it turns out, I might be an arsehole, you might not like the way I say things and do things, but I don't do what you do. If I don't fucking know the answer, I'm not going to tell people I do. I'm not going to piss in a glass and call it whiskey. Things that I will never, ever willingly or wantingly supply unless I absolutely have to. I won't go near certain ETUs. I won't touch Jeftrons. Sometimes it's the only thing that fits that gun, because the original unit is shit. But I don't trust the firmware. The units and the way they're made, the way they're built, brilliant. I don't trust the firmware. I'm so burnt by that. No matter how well they change the firmware and make all the new shit run, I'm so burnt by that. I'm just not willing to go there. T238. I'm not willing to go there. I'm just not. But sometimes this changes. And I go, actually, this is fucking awesome. You have to have that point in your life where you realise, do you know what? I have to change the way I'm thinking. If I'd have opened up that TMP5, the recall one, and I was absolutely thoroughly impressed with it, I'd say so. But I'm not thoroughly impressed with it at all. If it was half the price, yes, I'd be thoroughly impressed with it. Kinda. There'd be things that I still don't like, but even at half the price, it's not cheap. Solink helical gears. Do I like them? Yes, I do. Very much so. Have I had some split in the middle on the spur gear? Yes, I have. Have I had teeth break off? Yes, I have. Do I recommend people use the Solink helical gears? Yeah, because, you know, you get failure point with everything. There's always a ratio of failure. And you can see when, oh, these two sections of the gear have just separated, and then you get another one out and you can see how this is a different batch and it's very obviously got different markings and different manufacturing points. You go, yes, I can see this now. They've changed this. They've seen the problem. Great. Helical gears in everything. No, I wouldn't. Because if you try and put them in certain AKs and certain V3 gearboxes, they don't fit. They simply don't fit. So I cannot recommend them for everything. But there's a time and a place. I have parts in stock. I've got RetroArms parts in stock for that one time I might need them, even though I don't rate them in the slightest. They are not useful for what we do in the UK, for the vast majority. However, that said, there's a time when you might actually have to use one of those parts. You might have to go with it, so you have to keep them in stock. I also have to spend a lot of my money, because this is what happens. You don't just take all the profit, put it in the bank and go, yeah! You have to invest it back into your business, and you go, fuck! And you have to stock things that you don't want to stock, that you do not like. But you have to stock them. You don't have a choice, because one day you might need one. I made the stupid mistake of not keeping in stock numerous types of SR25 or 2.5 pistons and cylinders. I made that mistake, and I couldn't get fucking anything anywhere for months. So I made sure that when they became available again, I absolutely kept an overstock of them. Now this is going to be out of sync for what I'm doing, but whilst I'm shimming away here, I had that shimmed perfectly and putting pressure on the outside of the gearbox casing, and it was flawless. But as soon as I lock the screws down, because it's a RetroArms casing, it really compacts, and all the gears were locked up. And although it felt like I needed 0.3 mil of shims on every single gear, that was way too much and all the gears locked up. These are not the simplest to shim because of the material they're made of and the way they work. So again, these are things that I don't really recommend. I don't recommend the hop units. People love them. I personally have had no luck with any RetroArms hop units. I haven't had any luck with them. Other people really have. I have to keep in stock, whether I like it or not, max hop units. I have to, just in case I get a gun where the only option is a max hop unit. Just because something is expensive doesn't mean it's good. I did not like working on Krytax at all, and I'd avoid it at all cost. But you know what? I've had to change because there were so many out there that needed work and being overworked. And what I've learned is the less you do to it, the better it gets. And some of the worst Krytax that I've ever had to work on have come from one company that fucking loves to sell you parts for Krytax and charge heinous amounts of money for their Krytax builds. Heinous amounts. Worldwide company. And it's fucking shit. I've learnt that Krytax work best if you don't spend heinous amounts of money on them. There'll be people out there that want to have the best performing gun. There are people out there who think their gun is performing amazingly. And there are people out there who really don't give a fuck. We all look for something different inside our guns. All of us. We were discussing what I think would be the one kind of gun that I would like to be available. Okay? Now, I don't give a fuck what shape this particular gun would be. I would pick one shape, you'd pick another shape. Alright, so pick the shape of gun in your mind, MP5, AK, Vector, whatever. You pick the shape in your mind. And I think I know already exactly what we all want, okay? We all, every single one of us, we want a gun that is 1-to-1 scale with the real thing. Takes as many real steel parts as possible. It doesn't have huge amounts of proprietary parts on the inside. It would be running HPA, and it would have enough in the stock or wherever it is you're going to be storing the power source. There's going to be enough to clear through about 10 mid caps, and it has to feed low caps, mid caps, absolutely fine. And it has to be adjustable easily, but not on the field. It has to have mag hold open on empty. It has to have realistic bolt catch functions. It needs to have recoil. Not huge recoil, just a little bit of recoil. It should be made of the same material as the real thing. It should have trademarks. The bolt should reciprocate as if it was gas blowback. The mags should be cheap. The gun should be cheap. It should have 100 meters of straight flight and be able to hop 3.2s up to 0.4s as standard. What we want is the fountain of youth, and we can't have it because it's never going to exist. What is the best gun I can get for a low amount of money that shoots really far, is really quiet and doesn't break, but I've only got 25 quid? What we want does not exist and is never going to exist. So we pick the elements that we like. I don't want it to be tied to me, and I want to have something that I can feel I'm firing that's not soulless. So for that reason, you could pick up an AEG. I want something that feels super realistic, and I don't need to fire too many shots. You pick up a gas blowback. Everybody has something that they want to use. The ulterior motives of the people who comment on YouTube, some people just want to fuck with you. Some people just want to annoy you. Some people think that they are so right, and anyone who has a different opinion to them is wrong. Anybody who is commenting on a YouTube channel with their opinion of what is right or wrong is a fucking idiot, because this is the internet. They don't understand why you are getting so unbelievably offended and upset by the shit they're spewing. So when you reply to them, either by spewing shit back at them or putting together a well thought out argument, they lose their fucking bollocks about it. Because they can give and they can't take. Other people are going to disagree with you. Let them. I disagree with loads of shit. There are guns that I think are fucking ugly. There are guns that I think are fucking awful. Other people will absolutely disagree with me. And there's reasons why they disagree with me. They run a business that sells and upgrades only those things I hate. My opinion differs to theirs, and that hurts them down to their soul. But just remember that somebody paid money for this to be done, and you fucking saw it. Do you think the person that did this, whoever it may be, is going to see this video and go, yeah, fair play on him, I should sort my act out, what an arsehole I am? Or do you think they are going to try and explain and justify all of this absolute fuckery? And then ask yourself, why is it all these fucking companies that start up doing tech work, why do the vast majority shut down and shut down quick? In some cases, it's because they're absolutely sick of the fucking shit they have to put up with. People love their jobs, but they still are sick to death of the shit they have to put up with, and it becomes just not worth it to them anymore. But sometimes they're just not good at the job they want to do. All of this needs thinking about. Not everything I build works forever. Sometimes things just break. I've seen Siege Tech gears just break, but I've also seen Siege Tech gears that are whisper quiet when they shouldn't be, because they're not. But you see it. I've seen people go to India and drink the water and not die. I wouldn't recommend it if you're not from there, you know. Don't go walking through the fucking streets of Glasgow at 2 o'clock in the morning on a fucking Saturday, and then when you get home, lick the soles of your shoes. Don't do that. Don't do that. Not a good idea. But some people might be able to do it and not get unwell. As an English person, if I go to certain parts of, I don't know, Spain or whatever, I can't drink the water. It will make me very, very, very ill. Spanish people come to the UK. I have no idea if they can drink the water or not. I don't know. Haven't got a clue. You can go to Portugal and drink the water. It's perfectly clean. But when I went to Portugal and drank the water, I got the shits. For no reason. It's never happened again. It hasn't stopped me drinking the water there. Water's perfectly fine. Was it the water that caused my sickness? Who knows? What is good for you may not be good for somebody else. Your way of doing things may not work for that particular job. My way of doing things may not work for that particular job. But facts will always remain facts. And you cannot change facts. You cannot say that something does not happen if it does. You cannot say that something is one thing if it is not. I cannot explain to you exactly how much I just do not care what you have to say for the vast majority of the time. But sometimes someone says something and I go, holy fuck, they're absolutely right. And I make sure that I point that out as well. I make sure that when that happens, that is pointed out. Because I'm using and having to use a Retro Arms gearbox casing, I have to do this build differently. I have to do it differently. I don't have a choice. I cannot do things the same way as I would normally like to do it. And that may mean that I run into problems that I didn't know I was going to run into. It goes without saying that is a factor. You're using too much grease. Really? Why? You're using the wrong kind of grease. Really? Why? You're not using enough grease. Really? Why? You're not applying the grease in the right places. Really? Why? People may not agree with the way I do things. They may not agree with why I've done something. They may not agree with any of that stuff. And that's fine. That is absolutely and completely fine. If you don't agree, even when I'm absolutely and completely right. But don't be upset when you act like a cunt in the comments and I fuck you off. Because guess what? I don't need to see you or have anyone else seeing you running your fucking mouth. I don't fucking need to. I don't care. And the likewise of that, when there are people talking about all the fucking stuff that they talk about, if they're not talking about me directly, and I stumble across a video where they're doing it a completely different way to me, if I were to turn up on their channel and start running my fucking mouth, guess what? I'm the arsehole. So I don't do that because they've got every right to fuck me off and not want to speak to me because they're doing their creative thing. But I also don't go into other tech channels and run my fucking mouth and try and have an opinion because so what? People come to my channel to watch me do the things that I do. And I get a hell of a lot of people just message me, email me out of the blue and go, this is not about work, this is a thank you. And that means a fucking lot to me. It really does. Equally, I have the other people who are so upset with what I've said and are so hurt and offended because I'm doing something differently to them or having a different opinion to them that they send police to my house, smash up my truck, you know, run my name through the mud. Another annoying thing, there are people that I'm in direct competition with, but it's okay because they only do HPA or they only do TM recoils, and that's fine. There are people that I'm in direct competition with who do a lot of the same things I do, but it's okay because they won't do AKs, M14s, random ass Chinese fucking guns that no one has any parts for. They won't do it, so it's okay. There are people out there who do everything that I do and don't do the same things as I don't do, and that's okay. Because I get on with so many of these people, it's untrue. Some real nice people out there. Some of them, they hold nearly every single one of the same opinions I do about everything. And to be honest, that's irritating. The goth side of me, that bugs me. So, the anti-reversal latch is too big for the gearbox. So when you close the gearbox, it traps it. Tried modifying it out, nah. So I just put a different anti-reversal latch in there with a different sized, whatever the fuck it's called. Collar. Different sized collar. Like that. No one likes hearing their pride and joy, if you can call this that, is built like shit. But unfortunately, that is the lay of the land. He asked me for, in one easy sentence, what would I say was wrong with it? And I said it am fuck, because it is. It's a load of fuck. Nothing about this was done correctly, and that sucks. But that is life. Mag release. Did he include a mag release? I didn't see. No, there's no mag release. Oh, good. How can I test it without fucking mag release? Need mag release. Or no. Ah, fucker. Fuck's sake. All right. Okay. Fair enough. Well, that's where we're at so far.